can't tell where that rattling's coming from. Buenos dias, you guys. Beautiful, beautiful morning here in Arizona. And bam, as you can see, we got everything ready to go. We got our cash. We're gonna go do part 2 of the YouTube Moto Flip project. My last bike was a Triumph Thunderbird 1700, beautiful bike. Paid $2,500 for it, sold it for $4,250. My new budget is $4,250. We're gonna go look at another motorcycle today, and hopefully it pans out. If it does, that'll be bike number 2 for the project. All right, let's hit the road, you guys. All right, we're here at the complex. I forgot to mention, I did my first podcast ever with a Rebel Reaper. Check it out, Rebel Reaper podcast. I'll try to put a link below if I can. All right, what up, you guys? John's Motor Garage. I got these like winter riding gloves from Rebel Reaper. Really nice, but dude, I can't feel what's going on, so I gotta take them off real quick. All right, we're in business. So here we are. We're checking out a Sportster 48. Dude, I'm such a fan of this 48. I just love the way they look. You know, a lot of this bike doesn't make sense for what I do. It's got the forward controls and stuff, but this will be part 2 of the flip project to see if I buy the bike. And I'm a little bit bummed out because in person, cosmetically, it's a lot rougher around the edges than I'd like. I love the freaking metal flake of the tank. You can tell it's been down, you know, all that stuff around it. I mean, it's a cool bike anyway. Let's do a quick test ride. Let's do a test ride. Now, he said there's a couple things. The neutral light doesn't work, and he said the gas light is reversed. So when it's low on gas, the light turns off, but when it's got gas, the light is on. So the bike has around 17,000 miles, which isn't terrible, and it's a pretty, I don't know, I love these 1200s, man. They're just nice punchy engines. The ape hangers are really comfortable. Usually this is going to have like your drag bars, so it's going to be more aggressive, which with forward controls I hate, but this bike with ape hangers and forward controls fits perfect. It's real comfortable. You got your classic kind of speed wobble. That's not speed wobble, just your little wobble. That's not super uncommon with these Harleys. Oh man, I like it, but I don't like the cosmetics, I guess. It's a little bit rougher around the edges than I would like. But she runs solid. I was really excited about this because I love the metal flake paint. I love just the kind of bobber style look to it. Yeah, it's not bad. But the big thing with this is it's just rough. Cosmetically, I mean, it needs a bath. It could use a nice bath. Mechanically, it seems to be running pretty solid though. So this is one of those bikes where if you buy it, you're gonna have to really make sure you get it for the right price, because you're gonna have to sell it keeping in mind that, you know, it needs a little bit of work cosmetically. But I mean, as far as the bike itself goes, you know, brakes are good, they're not terrible. I really think it just needs a good bath, and so I feel like on this bike, you know, it's been down. There's a few things I wasn't necessarily expecting from my point of view, where coming out to it, you know, here's one of the things I've learned with buying and selling motorcycles, or just buying a lot of bikes over the years. Set the right expectation. So that way when somebody takes their time to drive, in this case, you know, I drove 45 minutes an hour to come look at the motorcycle. When somebody takes their time to do that, make sure they know what they're gonna see. So in this case, I came out to look at the bike. We had already talked price before. As soon as I show up, he's like, hey, I'm gonna be fully transparent with you, you know, the neutral light doesn't work and the gas light issue, whatever. Which, those aren't big deals, you know. Maybe it would have been nice to know about that ahead of time, whatever. But what he didn't mention is the bike's been laid down. You can see that it's been tipped over on the right side. Nothing of that was mentioned in the post. Cosmetically, it's just rough. And the photos in the post didn't really reflect that. There was no mention of it. And so if you set the expectation from the get-go, like, hey, great motorcycle, runs strong, just did oil change, whatever, you know, but there's some cosmetic issues, then you're gonna weed out the people who don't want that bike. And you're not gonna waste their time, you're not gonna waste your time. But if you don't do that, then you got people coming to look at the motorcycle expecting one thing, seeing something different, and so it just sets the wrong tone from the get-go. So this bike, I like it. The ride of it, I think there's still some potential here, but it needs a good bath. And if I were to sell it, it would have to be, you know, if it works for me, it's gonna have to be at a lower price. And so I think what I'm gonna do is make him another offer, just seeing the bike in person. You know, if he wants it, cool. If not, whatever. No harm, no foul. There's this weird sound coming out. Do you guys hear that? Sounds like clanking. I mean, it's a really cool look. Let me make sure that's not just like a loose exhaust. Oh, you know what? That might be what it is. I really like it. There's just a few things I would have to change, and I'd have to try and get it at the right price. I can't tell where that rattling's coming from. Is it the exhaust? Oh yeah. Okay, it's just the exhaust. Watch. Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better. Okay, that's just the exhaust. So this thing cosmetically, the tank's all scratched up. You got these, you know, it's clearly been down and dropped at some point. You got, you know, the neutral light issue, things like that, which none of those are like, none of those prevent the bike from being ridden and from having fun on it. But it just takes the price point down a little bit. So let's go talk to the dude and see what happens. I'm gonna sign off and stay tuned to find out if I buy it or not. It's just gonna be whether or not he accepts my new offer. All right, you guys, I just checked out the bike and I came in with a counter offer, which I rarely do. Usually if I come in with an offer already agreed on, then I try to stick with that. But in this case, seeing the bike in person, there were a lot of things that hadn't been mentioned and it was just kind of rough around the edges. And so I made the dude an offer and he actually accepted it, but I told him outright, I said, you know, the bike's worth more if you were just to give it a nice bath, clean it up good, and then post it, letting people know beforehand kind of what some of the issues are. So I basically said, hey, my offer's on the table. If you can't sell it in a week or two and you want to take my new offer, hit me up, but you know, you could probably get more for it. So we'll see what happens. All right, I'm gonna roll back, a little bit bummed out that didn't pan out, but I think we'll be all right. I don't have anything else lined up though, that's the problem. Dang it, I got work the next couple nights. Anyway, I'm gonna roll back to La Casa. Bummer, but that's the name of the game. You win some, you lose some. And I could have rolled home with that bike today, but I don't know, for some reason I feel like it'd be better to, you know, give the dude a shot to make some more money on it. I don't know. All right, you guys, we'll catch you on the next one. Adios, hasta luego, nos vemos. All right, you guys, so this was about a month ago. Stay tuned, I've got a follow-up video coming tomorrow, and we're gonna see, did the dude end up doing what I recommended, or does he hit me back up to go buy the motorcycle? And spoiler alert, he hit me back up to go buy the motorcycle. So stay tuned. Tomorrow or soon I'll drop the follow-up video, and the challenge that I gave myself with the follow-up was to see, can I buy that bike knowing that it's been posted for a month, 2 months,
and can I get it at the right price to where I can clean it up and sell it quickly and make a profit. So stay tuned for those videos coming soon. John's Moto Garage. Like and subscribe if you dig it. We'll catch you next time. Nos vemos. Adios.